Hey guys, Andy with AMR Servos here. So things didn't go as planned. Got rained out the whole weekend, so I couldn't get any practice in with my new Sparco F8 buggy. So change of plans. So I'm going to spend the afternoon breaking in this beautiful OS Speed 83 that just arrived. It's brand spanking new, and this is the pipe combo. So what I'll end up doing is inserting one of these inserts and the glow plug and the covers. So once it's finished, we'll get this all installed so it's ready for whoever wants to purchase this. Now, our primary products are servos, and we do some aftermarket accessories for a couple of vehicles, and I do this on the side. So I have an oil bath machine for myself, and I'll do that for local racers and whoever basically is needing the service. It's not something that we really push. But since I own one for personal use, I offer it to the local racers and whoever is interested in oil bath service, as well as pinching. And we do a bunch of pinching for people in Japan. It's not a service available local for them, from what I hear. But they do have a oil break-in service in Japan, so I don't really do oil baths for them, just here and there. But I just wanted to document the entire process so you could see the procedure. So the next video will shift over to the oil bath break-in. Hey guys, so we got the 83 mounted up in the oil break-in machine, and we're getting it all warmed up. So we're going to warm it up to about 99 Celsius and run it for about 30 minutes. And then the next step would be 85 Celsius, and that's where it's going to be based on the amperage here. So when we flip the switch to turn on the motor, it's going to start drawing some amps, and normally it starts about 0.65 depending on the engine brand. And as that amperage lowers, then you know the pinch is being reduced. So we're going to run that for about maybe 4 hours on an OS normally, sometimes 3. The Reds and some of those European engines take about 5 to 6 hours. They've got much tighter pinch than the OS. But anyways, once that's done, we're going to lower it to 65 Celsius, and that's going to be the final temperature, and that's going to be ran for about 30 minutes, and the break-in process will be over as far as the oil bath is concerned. Alright, so we've had this thing at 99 Celsius for about 20 minutes now. The engine's nice and hot, so we want to do that to provide the least amount of resistance for its first startup. Let's see where it starts off at as far as amperage is concerned. So about 0.56, and that's probably going to lower down to maybe 0.48, 0.49, and as each hour goes by, this amperage is going to stabilize, and once it stabilizes to a solid number, about, let's, for example, right now it's 0.56, and it's dropping down to going up to 0.59, it's bouncing back and forth. Once that stabilizes to a more consistent number, like let's say 0.48, and staying at 0.48 and jumping to maybe 0.49, then you know you're close. So we're going to run this for half an hour, then lower the temperature to 85 Celsius. Alright guys, 30 minutes has passed, and I've set it for 85 Celsius, so it's dropping now. You can see the temperature dropping, and you could also see that the amount of amperage that's pulling has also dropped from the earlier reading, and now it's saying about 0.42, and you can see it's still fluctuating. This will probably lower down to maybe 0.38, 3.39 after 2 hours. So again, this amperage is going to dictate the amount of time that this is going to break in on the oil bath. So this could be anywhere from 2 hours to 4 hours. Typically an OS will break in about 3 hours. I've seen in the past couple of years that the amount of pinch that the OS has dropped a little bit from the previous motors I've done. So these break in a lot much quicker. Again, the Reds and other European engines have a much tighter pinch, so it takes a little bit longer for the break-in process to finish up. So we'll let this run for, let's say, 2 hours, maybe 3, and see where it's at. It will most likely be finished by then. And then we'll do the last step, which is the temperature of about 65 C, and run that for half an hour to finish it all up. Hey guys, so I've set to 65 Celsius for the last 30 minutes. This is the final stage. It's been running at 85 Celsius for about 4.5 hours now, and it's settled down to about 0.42, 0.43. It's still fluctuating a little bit, but we know that it's not going to go any lower than that since it stayed about the same amperage for the past 2.5 hours now. So this is going to cool down to 65 Celsius, and again, we're going to run that for half an hour for the final process, and this should be ready to go. Alright guys, so it's been running for about 35 minutes, a little bit longer than normal. Normally it's about 30 minutes, but I had to do something, but it's been running for about 35 minutes, maybe 40 at 65 Celsius, so that's it. It's done. And what we normally do after this is we'll install our own carburetor and our own pipe and our own glow plug, and we'll run it for 2 tanks using this Klotz oil from Japan. It's got a very high oil content, so it's perfect for breaking in engines. So whoever purchases this engine only has to run 1 tank through the engine, and then normally they can go out and tune. So there you have it. Thanks for watching.